Hello, everybody. This is Blue Devin-Foxy Remastered speaking. And before we do get into this video, by the way, please be sure to give this video a like and comment and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified so that way that you won't miss a single video that comes on this channel. Now, before I say anything right now that is in the evening right now that I'm making this video right now by the time of the evening time of this video. So before we do get into this video is that guess what? We have finally officially moved to the rental house, which means I finally get to move to the rental house and I just get to be in a rental house for like whatever how many years that will probably take, and that will be exactly to move to the next rental house again, which is just like one of three, or maybe better yet, something that will come into like an extra four that might probably be an official house or a mansion house or whatever that could be exactly. So just want to let y'all know exactly that it's time to say that it was a goodbye to the hotel, and it's just hello rental house that I finally get to be in right now, and finally get to like adjust everything else in my room and my other extra room that will probably be revealed a little less later until I get the Steam thumb drive, exactly, until I get like the thumb drives for like Steam games and non-Steam games I'm going to be able to get on number 3. So just want to let you guys know that number 3 will probably be a bit of a kind of a normal-ish and a hard-ish to kind of check off and mark off a little bit. So that's going to kind of be a difficulty a little bit just to kind of get that situated. Now, the next part is going to probably be the game consoles that I might have to do next exactly, which isn't an easy thing to get with exactly, but it's going to take a while to have the TV hooked up anyways, and of course, well, physically, the game consoles like the Wii, the Wii U, the Xbox, the and of course the PS4, and then finally my Nintendo Switch and my 3DS will all be hooked up, and most likely in the outlets that will be charged up a little bit exactly, and will be hooked up around to those exactly, which it's going to take some time to kind of get that to start crossing number 2 off, since I know this might be another easy or a little bit of a check mark, a little bit just to kind of write off a little bit. And just want to let you guys know, by the way, however, exactly, is that it does highly depend to see where this goes exactly, or whatever that's going to be exactly. So just want to let y'all guys again know exactly that number 1's been checked off, as I said, by the way, on the YouTube short as I explained it, that yes, it has been fully been checked off and marked off, by the way. So the next one we're heading to is number 2 exactly. And also a good news too, by the way, exactly, that I'm finally am going to get the Super Bowl hat, by the way, of the Seahawks versus Patriots hat that I'm going to finally get, that I'm going to get the Seattle Seahawks championship hat that I'm finally am going to get, by the way. That should be coming around somewhere at a different time. That should show up, by the way, immediately show up, by the way, and I might wear the, pretty much likely the Super Bowl Seahawks jersey and with the hat exactly as well, just to kind of see what I would look like if I wore one exactly, which does have the, the logo of the Super Bowl logo, but it's going to be on the side. It's going to be like on the side of the hat, it's just going to be like the side of the hat. And we'll see what happens, by the way. And it's a good thing, too, I finally am not getting a snapback hat, by the way, which was finally a good time. I actually finally found the website called Simply Seattle. Like, man, you can get hats, jerseys, or anything on simplyseattle.com. Like, you can barely just find it. So that's all I want to let you guys know about, and just kind of get all that drafted out of the way of the conversation, just to kind of get this all out of my chest a little bit, and just say we finally had moved to another house. Which, by the way, it's going to be a little interesting, by the way. It's going to be a bit interesting. Like, the neighbors are going to be alright, I guess. And just, it's gonna be kind of alright exactly, because I mean, for me, this is gonna be a little different in Nevada for me, just to kind of get around with the neighbors and stuff, and yada yada yada, and everything else with the yada yada stuff. So that's all I can count on. That's what I can say for now exactly, which, it's going to take a different turn, exactly, which the turn's going to take the turn around the road. So I guess that's what we're going to have to see and find out recently. So all I can say right now, we'll see what happens. And speaking about what happens exactly, is I do want to let everybody else know too, by the way, that trust me, number one was definitely a painkiller around my fingers. Like, it was killing the hell out of my fingers. Whatever I was dealing with the mini storage out there on number one, that yes, it has been crossed off, which was just like, thank God that was done. Like, I know I said a couple of F words a couple times after when my fingers were in pain a little bit, just to kind of bring all of them in the garage, exactly, like everything else from the storage was just cleared out. It was just done, 100% cleared out. So that's all I wanted to kind of get to the point with. So the number one was checked off, by the way. Now number two is just the game consoles, like it'll be hooked up simply, and just all of that stuff. So that's all I want to talk about. And then the main question is, I might get some thumb drives, by the way, for the Steam games and non-Steam games, by the way. Once I do get thumb drives, then yes, I might be able to grab the thumb drives and might actually fly back, exactly, and just go to my dad's house and yada yada yada, and just get the thumb drives when I have the right time to do that, and get that on board, exactly. And yeah, so that's what I'm trying to actually explain, the whole conversation of why I actually was writing a few of the numbers down, so that way they'll be complete 100%. It's because that I actually need a few things completed and a few things done and checked off the mark, so that way it would make sense. That way it kind of would help out, and that way it would make total sense. It would make a lot sense. So if you guys have paid attention on the YouTube short, then go ahead and just take a look on the YouTube short of why it's important for me to kind of get all that done and out of the way. So that's all I wanted to kind of explain about here. It's just that, yeah, it's just about time to kind of get this done, and it's just about time to kind of get this out of the way anyway. So that's all I wanted to say right now. That's all I wanted to talk about right now. And yes, as I said today, right now, that I have officially moved out of the hotel, and I finally am in a rental house for the first time ever, to kind of get things all settled up and all things just a little used to, just to kind of get everything situated, as I'm actually am going to kind of say it's going to take quite a time and a while to kind of get number two out of the way, and then I'll focus on three, is about the thumb drives thing, which I might have to look on some tutorial things about thumb drives and yada stuff, and it's going to be a little difficult. As I'd say again on number three, is going to be a bit of normal and hard to kind of get with, exactly, like yada yada yada. I know I have to get everything back in the thumb drives, like I have to get everything in the thumb drives. Just get the games of Steam games and non-Steam games, and boom, it'll be just all in the thumb drive. Simple as that. As I fly back in Nevada again, and just hook up on another monitor of the system of the computer again, and hook all that up, exactly, and then boom, it'll just get it complete, and it will just get it done. That way, it'll make it easier. Now, the real question on number four on the videos topic, exactly, of why the two-step verification is annoying, exactly, is because somehow that I have to say number four. Yeah, number four is going to be about, like, the technician, by the way, that I have to say that I might have to be fully honest with you guys, that there will be a time on number four that everything else will be hooked up again, and four will probably be resolved, exactly, after three has been checked off. So that's all I'm going to say. But for now, there is going to be videos on my phone. Recently, there will probably be more videos on the phone, exactly, for a while, until four has been scribbled off, exactly, and turn off this two-step verification thing, just to turn that off and then get it done. So that's all I want to talk about. And then as in for five, that yes, number five is going to be about, like, as I showed you guys on the YouTube short thing, I showed you guys on about what five is about. It's just about that, it's going to be about a team that, for me, I might have to get a team exactly to help me on exactly and just get on to X and talk with their team exactly and just have a chat a while, just chat for a while, and then just automatically get my third channel reinstated again, as with referring to my third channel that it has been falsely removed for no reason, exactly for no reason at all, which is just, yeah, I don't want to get into all of that today since I really don't want to kind of jump onto that again exactly about that. So it's going to kind of be a while for a little bit. It's going to kind of be a while for a little bit. So it's going to probably take some time. And speaking about time, by the way, that number 6, by the way, will definitely be about is, well, number 6 exactly will definitely be about is, let's just say that number 6 is going to be about is going after the faker on X, by the way. It's going to be the same scenario this time, but it's going to be a little bit more different, as the number 5 one was different. So just remember this, by the way, that we're on 2 to 6. We're on 2 from 6. We're just getting closer and closer by slow days to slow days that we're kind of actually going to be doing for a while, for long bits of time before they're all done and scribbled off exactly. So that way, all of the things will be completely 100% proved and done. So that's all I want to let you guys know about, that I actually am working my butt off a little bit and just get everything all set it up and get everything done without actually dealing with bullshit like other stuff like that. So just want to let you guys know that I'm doing my best a little bit as I can, just to kind of get from 2 to 6 a little bit, because I know I'm getting like things hooked up around with a new house and stuff, which is just gonna be a little used to for me, looking around the house and stuff and just getting used to things, just getting used to things and stuff. So that's pretty much it. So as of now, everybody and ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Devin-Foxy remastered speaking, and I do hope again that you guys enjoyed this video as I do. So if you guys enjoyed this video, remember as always is like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified so that you don't miss a single video that comes on this channel. Thank you. Anyways, that being said, anyways, I will see you guys later. I'll see you guys next time. And it's going to be a very, very interesting, more likely, very interesting, a little bit of the chapter in, like, the next part of my life a little bit is about the rental house a little bit. It's just going to be a very new thing to kind of go with. It's going to kind of be very new, but it's just going to get a little used to for me doing so. So that being said, just want to update you guys for the good news, by the way, that I finally moved out to the hotel and finally moved to the rental house, as I said on the first part, exactly from 6. But now here today, we're going to be on 2 to 6. So once 2 to 6 is going to come to happen, by the way, is that the game consoles are going to be hooked up. That is going to be a good thing, by the way. And then that will probably be done. And then after that's over, the Steam games and non-Steam games and the thumb drives will be included. Exactly, that will probably be included to kind of get that all in and stuff, which is just, yeah, it's going to be like all of that stuff, it's just going to be like simple transformation stuff and yada yada. So that's what's going to kind of go on about too. So yeah, it's going to probably be from like, Nevada to Portland and Portland back to Nevada, exactly, and just grab the Steam games and non-Steam games, all set it up on multiple thumb drives, and they'll probably be set in. And they will be definitely be sent into the new monitor I'm probably am going to use for whatever's going to depend on how it's going to work. So let's just pray to God and see what happens and see where this goes anyway, just to see what the good side's going to be like. So that's all I want to kind of go about. But anyways, this being said, anyway, is I hope that you guys enjoy this video as I do. So hope that you guys enjoy this video. And as I said about the hat, by the way, as I did said about the hat and Super Bowl Seahawks jersey, by the way, yeah, that, by the way, is going to kind of be revealed soon with the new hat, by the way, that you guys may get to notice about the new hat, that I might finally get to update the YouTube short. I might get to update it a little bit, just as once I may update that exactly, and then it'll be thumbs up. So once it gets updated, by the way, then that's going to be a good thing, and that's going to be good news, by the way, and see what happens. And oh yeah, it will definitely be used in a reaction video for one time exactly, and then another one time with the Seahawks jersey, like the regular Seahawks jersey, and the hat. Like after that's over exactly, then we'll finally jump into the next one. However, as I said again, by the way, wait until number 4 is crossed off, because in the meantime, by the way, everybody, you guys might as well have to enjoy the rest of the videos I'm going to probably be making throughout the phone, which I know may not sound the same as the laptop, but this is kind of what we got right now, and this is kind of what we got for the best right now. So if you guys could definitely wait for how 4 is going to be crossed off, then yes, it'll be crossed off, and we'll get back to videos again as the same schedule, as the same said, and the same goes, as that it's going to come back like a snap, like magic. Like it's going to come back as magic if I made a new video. So that's all I want to talk about here, and make this whole explanation in 16 or 17 minutes of this video of the talk a little bit, is how things are going to be improving a little bit, and things how it's going to be a little different, you know. It's going to be how it's going to be a little different. So that being said, anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure, as remember again, is like and comment and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified. Thank you. Anyways, this being said, I will see you guys later and out, by the way, while I get to finish my lunch. And then, of course, the TV, by the way, is going to be hooked up. And finally, like, you know, the game consoles are going to be hooked up anyways, too. So 2's going to, like, get crossed off today, or maybe near likely tomorrow-ish, that it might get checked off, too. So once it gets done, by the way, that's when I'll let you guys know that it will be in 2 screenshot versions that you might get to see. So as that being said again, is I'll see you guys later and out. So thank you guys again for watching. And I know this is a little different for me to go through and stuff and just get things done. So it's going to kind of be like the best 100% is ever going to probably be in this video. So if you guys are excited, then hell, I'm excited too. Because I really do want to actually... You know, on number 3, I do really want to talk to my Steam friends again. I really do want to talk to my Steam friends again that I actually do know, by the way. Like SFM people, or basically whatever's on my friends list of Steam exactly, that depends on it. So, yeah, like I said, number 3 will be crossed off after 2, by the way, until 2 is done exactly. Then that's when the next part's going to be different. So if you guys are ready for it, then yes, we're all ready, as I am, because I actually do really want to talk to my Steam friends again and just do the usual, like talking to people, just getting on the games and stuff, and yada yada, and talk about things exactly, or talk about topics exactly. You know, that's good topics, not bad topics, because I don't want to like deal with that nonsense. Because for me, I've actually known better quite a times before, a lot of times. I've actually always been smarter enough to actually kind of answer it. So that's pretty much it. Now, as I said again, hope that it was about the long time of the wait to kind of get this whole move out done with the hotel. And now here I am in the rental house. So as I said again, thank you guys so much for watching. And I can't probably stay a little longer to talk on the video, because I probably have to be aware on the battery on my phone right now. I have to probably be aware of the battery. That depends, it doesn't drop down anyway. So if you guys want more videos, trust me, it's going to be on the phone, will be on the phone, and always on the phone. So if you guys really want to see more new videos coming soon, then yes, I might as well give you a few videos that might show up exactly, and might appear exactly, that you guys might see only in YouTube Shorts, or maybe yet something that'll probably be on a video. Who knows? It depends on whatever the day or the time that will be. So as I said again, this will be one video on my channel, just to kind of get this bypassed anyway. So this being said, thank you, and I'll see you guys once again, as always, in the next video. Signing right on out of here. Bye bye, everybody. See you next time. And signing out as always. See you later, and goodbye. And yes, I'm doing okay, by the way. Thumbs up, 100% that I am fully safe and fully okay, by the way. 100% okay and 100% safe. So That's what I want to give you guys the news about, that I'm doing okay so far here in Nevada, that I'm doing good so far, and just enjoying life as I actually am right now, just to enjoy life as I actually am doing currently. So, this being said, thank you, and I'll see you guys later and out. See you later and skedaddle. Bye bye, everybody, and see you later.